Over the past several weeks, I've interviewed entrepreneurs and leaders from the Florida State Minority Supplier Development Council's annual expo. One of the individuals took a small vending machine company into a nationwide organization. Another individual is a buyer at a large hospital in the state of Florida, and he knows exactly what works and what doesn't work. And on today's episode, they're going to give us some ideas, some secrets, so to speak, that you can learn and you can apply that can help your business and also help you in your sales territory. Check it out. This episode is brought to you in part by Mailtag.io. It's a Chrome browser extension that notifies you when someone opens your email or clicks on a link. Go ahead and check out a 14-day trial with Mailtag. Simply go to Mailtag.io. This episode is also brought to you in part by TSE Certified Sales Training Program, a course designed to help sellers elevate their sales game, find more ideal customers, build stronger value, and close more deals. To check out our upcoming semester or to go ahead and take a free trial, go to thesalesevangelist.com/free course. Again, thesalesevangelist.com/free course. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist podcast. I'm your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist. And I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on today's episode, as I mentioned, we have two individuals who are going to share with us thoughts and ideas that can help us improve our sales game. One of them is a lady named Gilda. She took a small vending machine company and made it into a nationwide organization. The second individual name is Felix, and he worked with Tampa General Hospital. It's a large organization in the state of Florida, and he's going to talk to us about how we can approach buyers at firms like Tampa General, what we need to make sure that we have, that we are prepared with, so that we can maximize and bring the most value to the table. Check out their experiences. Hey guys, welcome to the Florida State Minority Supply Development Council. I am Donald C. Kelly, the Sales Evangelist, and I'm here with Gilda. And we're going to talk today about her experience as an entrepreneur and some of the challenges that she's faced as an entrepreneur, how she overcame that challenge and the results she's seeing today. If you've not heard about the Florida State Minority Supply Development Council, go back to the show notes, check out, connect with them. They're doing some amazing stuff. But Gilda, tell us a little bit more about you and what you do.
So Donald, I started a vending machine company about 35 years ago here in Miami. And slowly I kind of gathered some steam with a few major clients, universities, public schools, some hospitals, and then grew the company across state lines and then met the Supplier Diversity Council. And from there, it's a very big love affair. Some of the referrals, the connections that happened after that were just fuel into a fire, and just with the help from different companies that mentored me through the human resource, the capital problems that you go through. Going to a bank the first time and asking them for a $5 million loan for vending machines, they looked at me like I was crazy. Like I needed to put a house and my whole life at stake. But slowly, I think that I kind of got the right people, that some of them are here, from the banking people here to the CEOs of hospitals that taught me how to do bids. Yeah. The first bid was quite a challenge, and things like that slowly helped me become who I am today.
What was the biggest struggle that you faced as the business owner? Starting off, what's the biggest challenge?
I think in the vending industry, the biggest challenge has to be the labor force. Growing up, my first route driver, he used to steal from me. So then I learned that, you had to control inventories differently. Then the vending industry grew into a highly technological world. So bringing in the geek squads was something that GDKN, one of the corporate sponsors, helped me understand how to kind of get human resources that really support your mission and your vision. And that is still, I think, today, some of the biggest struggles, getting route drivers, getting supervisors, getting, people that are loyal as well and that stay on, because small companies can't sustain a lot of, a lot of people leaving you and retraining. And so all of those little pockets of challenges have been, something I still go through.
How did you overcome that? You said you got introduced to the council.
I did. Frank Fernandez one day said, "Look, come with me. There is such a thing as a minority certification."
Yes.
So that first minority certification really helped. And then just understanding that these minority councils have wings nationwide and GPOs, group purchasing organizations, then took me on and gave me contracts. So it was really a very good friend of mine here in South Florida that brought me to Beatrice. And then Beatrice tripled that effort and introduced me to other hospitals. And slowly I performed.
Yeah.
I mean, Gilly Vending is a high performance company. You can't do it unless you prove yourself to the client.
What are the results you're seeing right now from all of this, all of these experiences? Where's the company at today? You kind of alluded to it.
You know what's the most incredible satisfaction from this is that I now actually help a lot of minorities nationwide.
Oh, that's so good.
All of my equipment comes from minority-owned manufacturers. A lot of my suppliers are minority-owned. So it's like a love that you begin to pass on. It's a mission from a minority perspective to help others. And now they come to me and want me to introduce. So I learned it from others here at the council. This is the best college I've ever gone to.
That's amazing.
I did study economics, but really here I grew professionally, but my heart also, my soul got really fed what should be, in the business owner's perspective. And you need to really nurture others. And like Troy said today from Coca-Cola, it's how you handle the relationships.
Yeah.
It's not your service or your product anymore. It's really your personality, how you take care of your clients and how you pass on and those alliances that you build.
If folks out there listening to this, thinking about joining the council, what advice would you tell them?
Don't think about it twice because there is no better place to network. And I network throughout the nation in many systems. The South Florida councils started at South Florida, then Florida, and I can see that it's growing incredibly. But it's the effort also of the staff here. It's that hand-holding that this council does that I like the most. You may go other places, and they may give you recommendations, but here they really take 3 extra steps to make sure that you get to the right people, that they know that who you are,
yeah.
and that's not something everybody does.
If folks out there listening want to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
Gilda at gillybending.com.
Love it. Well,
Yes.
Gilda, thank you so much for taking the time
Thank you,
to come on the
Donald.
show today.
I hope I help a lot of entrepreneurs.
I'm sure you did. I want to thank you all for participating. And if you want to learn more, again, go back and check out Florida State Minority Supply Development Council. See ya. Hey, you just heard Gilda's experience, and I'm grateful that she was able to come and tell us some of the things that she did, especially working with the Florida State Minority Supplier Development Council to help grow her organization into what it is today. Now, we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, Felix from Tampa General is going to tell us what we can do to make sure we come to the table prepared and to deliver value whenever we're pitching to large organizations like them. You're listening to the Sales Evangelist podcast, and I'm your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist. If you ask any sales rep, the most challenging part of the whole sales process for them is prospecting. The majority of people just don't like it, they don't know how to do it, and it's tough. This is why I recommend tools like MailTag. It does several things. One, when you send an email to a prospect, don't you want to know if they've opened your email, if they've clicked on links, The cool thing is that mailtag.io does that. But that's not where it stops. The other benefit to MailTag is that you can schedule out campaigns. So if you want to send out an email campaign, you're personalizing your message to a prospect, but you're not going to be able to send them all at once. Go ahead and schedule them out, and the prospect will receive them in the right time that's best for them. Based on the schedule that you've created, personalize it. If you want to test it out, go to mailtag.io. They'll give you a 14-day trial. But when you fall in love with it, use promo code Donald at checkout and get 50% off your subscription for life. Straight up. Again, mailtag.io. This episode is also brought to you in part by TSE Certified Sales Training Program. When I was a new sales rep and I didn't have the proper guidance, the proper ramping, I needed something to help me. Fortunately, I was able to get access to some sales training that was able to catapult my sales career. I am grateful for it. What I realized, though, is that there are a lot of sales reps, and especially small organization and sales reps in large organization who just don't get the guidance they need. So we created an online course that individuals can purchase. It breaks down each stage of the sales process, from prospecting to building value, asking effective questions, all the way to converting and closing that deal. If you want to test it out, just simply go to thesalesevangelist.com/free course. Again, thesalesevangelist.com/free course. We built it on Teachable, so it's very easy to use. You can test out the first 2 modules, and when you fall in love with it, just go ahead and purchase the course. We would love to have you. Again, go to thesalesevangelist.com/free course. Hey, we're back. And as we dive into the second half of this episode, we're going to talk to Felix with Tampa General, and he's going to talk to us and give us ideas of what we can do to bring value to the table so we can be best prepared when dealing with large organizations. Welcome to the show, Felix.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Hey, it's a pleasure to have you here today. And today I want to talk to you and learn about what MBEs can learn and do to make sure that they're successful connecting with corporate partners. But before we get into that, tell us what you do, who you work with.
So I'm with Tampa General Hospital. We are a level 1 trauma center, very large hospital, 6 nationally recognized specialties located in Tampa Bay. We are 1,018 beds, probably number 1 in Florida for transplant. So like I said, we're one big, very large hospital.
That's awesome, and congratulations on that, too.
Thank you.
And you guys do a lot of business with many different types of organizations.
We do. So we have internally over 8,000 employees, but we still contract everything out. We have a minority business program that actually breaks out the 4 procurement categories from construction and professional services, general goods and services, to medical services and supplies. So we have a lot of contracting opportunities, have a lot of partners within the state of Florida, within the Tampa Bay area, and nationwide.
That's amazing. Yeah, but Felix, tell me a little bit more about when it comes towards finding MBEs or MBEs finding corporations to work with like you guys. MBEs have a big challenge with that. They don't know how to overcome that hurdle sometimes. They don't know what to say. Give us in a few minutes here, what are some things that MBEs can do to make sure they stand out to a buyer or to somebody who's in over diversity like yourself?
So the biggest thing, and anybody who is in procurement or diversity will tell you the biggest pet peeve is for a company to come up and ask, what do you do or what do you buy? So what we want from our businesses is we want a partner. We want somebody who's going to add value, be cost efficient, and know about us. So right away when they come through the door, they should know who their customer is. They should know about their customer, their goals, their mission, and where they're going.
So they're not coming with this handout. They're coming with, hey, I understand your business. I learn about you. I see that you have this challenge, and I think we can solve.
Right. So what they're doing is they're bringing the solution to wherever we're going. So, for example, Tampa General has had some administrative changes. We have a new CEO, Mr. John Corris, and he's taken us in a great direction. It's different than prior CEOs, and we're all looking forward to the journey, but that's something that a business should know, is that we are basically going down a different path, and they should have the solutions ready to go down that path, as opposed to, find out what it is we do, what it is we procure. And the other thing is that they should be an expert in their own business.
Yep.
So They should know, instead of coming to me with 10, 15 different items, they should know what their margins are. They should know what price is going to be the best price, what is their most competitive price, and that's what they should lead with.
So it's homework.
Correct.
And it's preparation. Because how many pitches you get, or how many people reaching out to you? You can just, per day, how many emails you get per day from somebody saying, oh, we do business with you?
We get hundreds and hundreds of emails.
So if they're not something that's personalized and of value, you're just deleting, or you're not getting back to them right away.
Well, and that's exactly right, is that for Tampa General, I'm primarily the vendor intake. Yeah. For other corporations have different venues to submit a request or a vendor application or a different sourcing person. But if they're not addressed, if they're just generic dear sir or ma'am, usually they get deleted. If they don't know the process to get on the vendor application, and then the next piece is to build a relationship, know who they need to talk to, and begin building that relationship.
That's amazing. So the key then is homework, knowing the process, and then being able to come with solutions, understanding your business and their business so that they can have a meaningful conversation with you.
Absolutely. By the time they come through the door, if they want to add value and be that next partner, they should already know who we're using, why we're using them, what we're using, who their competitors are, and if there is a contract, what that cycle process is. Are we up for renewal? Is it going to go out for RFP? But basically, once they've done their homework and they get that far, the rest is pretty easy. It's submitting a proposal, it's putting a presentation together and presenting it, and from there, I've seen the companies that are patient and do all of that. They win opportunities.
That's amazing, man. Well, if folks out there listening and they're considering reaching out to someone, a buyer or of some sort, or somebody that offers diversity for an organization, what's the one major piece of advice you want to give them before you wrap up?
I would say first is, again, do your homework, know about that company, that corporation, know what their processes are, who is the decision maker and how that decision process happens. Know the cycle. So if it's a contract cycle, then they need to be ready to put in at the expiration of that contract, or if there's a renewal, to begin preparing. But they should be prepared and then come in and basically differentiate themselves from the competition. That's another piece that's the toughest part, is when you have so many companies who do the same thing, they have to stand out from the next company. Yeah. And maybe that's price, maybe that's value, additional services, expert in the industry, but whatever it is, they need to make sure that that's known to the corporation.
Love it, man. Well, if folks out there want to get in touch with you, learn from you, or to build that relationship, how do they best go about doing so?
The best way is either phone or email. So my phone number is 813-844-3474. I am at Tampa General Hospital at F. The last name is Bratslavsky, BRATSLAVSKY @tgh.org. Or if they simply go to tgh.org, the hospital website, they can go to the bottom of the page, click on suppliers, and all the information is there.
Well, again, Felix, thank you so much for taking the time to come on today and share.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it. Hey, I want to go out and give a big shout out today to Gilda and to Felix. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to speak with me at the expo and for coming on the show, for sharing your wisdom, for sharing your ideas, and congratulations on the success you're both seeing. If you would like to learn more about either of these individuals, you can find all the information in the show notes. You can swipe up on the cover art if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, or you can go ahead and go to thesalesevangelist.com/the-word episode number 1105. Again, thesalesevangelist.com/the-word episode number 1105. And while you're there, check out MailTag. Take advantage of the 14-day trial, and when you fall in love with it, use promo code Donald at checkout. They'll give you 50% off your subscription for life. Also, check out TSE Certified Sales Training Program. The program is designed to help sellers, and we open the first 2 modules for free. To find more details about it, to test it out for yourself, simply go to thesalesevangelist.com/free course, or again, click on it in the show notes. As always, we want to help you. We want you to find more ideal customers. We want you to build stronger value. We want you to close more deals. But most importantly, it's to challenge you each and every single day to go out and do big things. Stay tuned for a scene from our next episode.
If you're going to create value, you better get into their world and then teach them something about the transformative value of your product or about what other people in the industry are doing that they don't have visibility to, or about one of the trends that's coming up in the market that's going to impact them in a way they don't expect it to. So I've got to find that teaching opportunity.
Hey, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the show today. And if you found value in this episode and have not subscribed as of yet, just go ahead and hit subscribe. Also, if you enjoyed it, go ahead and leave a rating and review on Apple Podcast or wherever you listen to find podcasts like this. You can also share it with your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, your boss, your cousin, anyone who could benefit from sales and entrepreneurship. It would be greatly appreciated. Our show today was produced by myself and the Sales Podcast Network. It was edited and mixed together by the one and only Mr. Jershon O'Bale. Our content writer and show note creator is Mr. Shannon Rasmussen. You can find audio credits to this and all of our episodes in each of our show notes. And as always, I am your host, your coach, your mentor, your guide down the sales journey, Mr. Donald C. Kelly, the Sales Evangelist. Sales Podcast Network.